Today, I'm going to give an update on these black earpod clones. So I've been using these earpod clones for a while since I got them on Amazon. There was a deal that brought the price down to like 20 something bucks, and then I used a gift card for like another $11 that I had to get the price under $15, so I jumped on them. So they've surprised me in a lot of ways, but they've also disappointed me in a lot of ways, in ways that were surprising. So first I'll go over some of the things that I like really quickly, and then I'll go over the things that are kind of annoying. So the things that I like: sound is really good, fits really good. They've been staying in my ears so far, even when I have just a regular hat. So I do think that these are good for running, at least for my shaped ears. I was super surprised because there's no hooks, there's no loop, there's nothing to keep this like snugged into your ear, except for the shape of this cone itself, and it does a surprisingly good job. Now for some of the things that I don't like. The first thing that I don't like is the silver tips. And it reminds me of like the first time Harrison Ford had kind of like been out of the public spotlight for a while, and then all of a sudden he was back in the public spotlight, and he had an earring, and it looked really weird because he was like 70 years old. And so I kind of feel like that every time I have it on. I don't know if they're there because they have to be silver or the silver plastic color or what, but the way that they charge is that it's not like magnetic charging. This I think just covers a hole where inside the case there are two like metal prongs, and once you put them on here in the case, that's how they charge. Now the thing to remember about this is that this is not a battery. So like the AirPods and other ones that you get, when you put them in the case, you get a little bit of extra charge time from it. You don't get that here. This is just a case, this is just a charging mechanism, and it's really big. I don't like carrying this thing around. It's really bulky. It feels like I'm carrying a lot more weight. And the other thing is when I push them in here, I really have to push it in, and I'm never quite sure that it's in there, and so I'm worried that it's in there and I think it's charging, but it's not. And that's only a problem because the second big problem I have with these is that the battery life is really, really low. So if I take them out on a run and I have them fully charged, like at 100%, if I go out for about an hour, when I come back, they'll be at 70%. And so it seems like then I should get like 3 hours of running in them, and that should be fine. But I don't think I'm getting quite that much. I think I'm getting less than 2 hours of actual battery time with these, because I'll take them for a run and then I'll bring them with me for my commute, both to and from work. And it's not even my full commute, so it's only like the part of the commute where I don't have the girls with me that I will have these in. And so it's probably like 20 minutes of my commute each way, maybe 30 minutes, so that's like a total of 2 hours. By the time I do that, if I don't have them charged from the night before, if I take them for a run the next day, the batteries will die during the run. So I'm getting less than 3 hours for sure, which is a problem because if you want to wear these for, say, like a marathon, they're not going to last long enough, unless you're very fast, and I'm not. The other thing that's weird about these is that these are definitely not like a set. I mean, there's two of them, and they connect to each other, but it's kind of weird. So one of the things that's weird about it is that this left one is louder than the right one, and I thought initially maybe there's something going on in my ears, maybe there's an earwax thing going on, or maybe they're like eyes. Like my eyes, definitely one is like stronger than the other, and so I thought maybe ears are the same way. Maybe one ear is stronger than the other, but when you turn them on, and here's another thing that's annoying about them too, is when you put them in, when you have AirPods and you open this and you're near your phone, it connects, right? So everything's seamless. These you have to put them in and then hold them for a while to turn them on, and then they'll turn on. And you look kind of goofy when you're walking around kind of like this. Lots of true wireless earbuds are like that, where you have to turn both independent ones on. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess. But I don't like that. But when I turn them on, each one says that like power on, right? This one says like power on. this one is like substantially louder. And so that's always kind of weird that happens. And then during playback as well, there's different levels of volume that I can kind of sense that's happening. When I'm running, I don't really notice it, but it's definitely happening. I think the last thing that I'll talk about in terms of things that I don't like about these is that if I have these in, it like blocks all noise out, and it's like really disorienting in a way to like have these in when they're not on. It's a weird complaint, I guess. For some people that could be a plus, that could be something that they really like. But for me, I was hoping with this shape and this design that it would let more kind of ambient noise in. So that's another thing that's kind of annoying about these. Oh, there is one other thing though. I was on my long run on Saturday, and I was messing around with one of these because I was in this jacket, and this jacket has these things, and it was like for whatever reason, the way I was running, like every stride, this little tip part here hit exactly on this thing, and it was like bothering me. So I was trying to fix this. I was fidgeting here and I was fidgeting here, and I dropped this while I was running, and it was like a 5.5 foot, 6 foot drop from here straight onto concrete. It hit the concrete and bounced around a whole bunch of times. I thought this thing was done for sure. It survived the fall, but, and I don't know if it's related to that or it's just coincidence, but when the battery goes low on these things, this one, the battery dies really fast, and so a lot of runs I've had just the right earbud in my ear. I keep them both in my ear so I don't lose them, but only sound coming out of the right earbud for a good number of runs. So again, these things are two different things. The battery life on this one is really, really bad. Maybe it's because I dropped it. The battery life on this one is pretty good. Maybe it also has to do with the fact that this one is louder than this one, and I have no way of controlling or adjusting that. So some weird quirks I'm dealing with, but these were $15 earbuds, or on sale for like $25. Retail price is like $40 or $50. So you get what you pay for, which is kind of like the theme of a lot of things that I review on this channel. But I just wanted to check in with you guys, let you know how these things are going. I like these so much, I just might actually buy a pair of AirPods, like the regular, real ones. So that's kind of where we're at. But I kind of like this like genre of like weird, cheap earbuds on Amazon. So it's like a weird habit that I don't know that I'd be able to break, even if I bought a really nice pair of earbuds. So that's where we're at. Just want to give you a quick update on these. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys down there. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?